So guys, Andrew has uploaded yet again another video explaining what happens next after today's charges.
Andrew
If
Tate,
you want to join the
man,
real, we'll be
apparently
linked in
got
the
charged
description.
again.
So I just wanted to have an informal conversation. I was going to put a suit on and do this formally, but I think it's better if I do this informally. Highlighting some of the things that everybody already knows about how the Matrix operates and what they're trying to do to me and what I believe is going to happen next. It's quite interesting that they are attacking me and attempting to vilify me at the exact same time, whereas real predators, which work for the media establishment, are being ousted. So it's really interesting to do a juxtaposition and do a comparison, right, between how they will treat Philip Schofield, who is confirmed as a...
What happened with this Philip Schofield guy? Like, I heard some shit about... Like, I've seen him on... Wasn't he on the, like, Australian or some shit? Like, one of those talk shows. I gotta watch that later. Philip Schofield.
Groomer, who is admitting he has committed sexual crimes, and how they'll treat me, a man with no convictions.
The violent misogynist.
Look at the differences in the headlines.
Rape and trafficking.
Look at how soft they are in their interviews with him.
You've had quite the week. How are you?
Yo, why does he look like fuck, Marty Bird? Yo, I swear to God, this guy looks like Marty Bird from Ozark here. Like an older version.
Look at how now, after only 2 or 3 days, the headlines are saying we should forgive him and feel sorry for him.
Philip Schofield lied, cheated, and failed, but enough is enough. Show some compassion.
And let him off. Whereas me, who's been under constant media assault for over a year,
that is so true.
they never let up. They never
Jose
changed.
Mourinho.
Someone sent me a clip yesterday of Philip Schofield saying he's going to kill himself and how sad he is.
Last week, if my daughters hadn't been there, then I wouldn't be here.
Why do they keep pushing me? Why do they keep pushing me, playing the sympathy card? And all the headlines are now like, yeah, we can't keep attacking this poor man. For 1 year they've attacked me, and they will not stop.
Bro, one thing you guys got to know about the media, man, like, if they wanted to make, like, let's say tomorrow they decide to make Joe Biden look like the worst person in human history, they can literally do that then within 24 hours and vilify him and make him seem like the worst person in the world. Like, that's how fucking, like, insane power the media holds. And it's wild. So, like, you know, there's obviously, like, a select group of individuals who actually are able to, like, critically think and not just take in whatever they see in the news. But if you realize, like, the majority of the population is fucking dumb. You know what I mean? Like, okay, I don't want to say dumb, but, like, the majority of the population blindly follows whatever is being told to them. And they don't actually, like, sit down and, like, critically think and are like, okay, someone said this, why did they say this, what did he actually do, or like what was the issue at hand. People will just be like, oh shit, rapist, misogynist, sexist, cancel him, fuck this guy, and they won't actually do any research. It's scary, man. The times that we live in now, like, and the power that the media holds, like, that's why they want to get rid of TikTok, because they know that TikTok doesn't have any filters. People can't control the narrative. And the truth is being exposed in real time. That's where you get real news. Like, think about the protests in France, right? You type France on Instagram, you're gonna get a bunch of fucking baguettes and fucking Eiffel Towers and just French people kissing and just looking all nice and shit. You type in France on TikTok, dude, like mayhem. People going into the Black Rock building, protesting, all this shit, throwing fire, craziness. Bro, TikTok was telling the truth, bro. That's why they were trying to ban the app, because they want to control the masses.
And this highlights the difference between the people who are on the side of the establishment and the people who are not on the side of the establishment. I've been offered to sell my soul very many times. I want everyone at home to understand, You do not become the most Googled man on earth, especially amongst a demographic of young men which have money to spend, without very large companies and corporations becoming extremely interested in you. I've been offered $50 to $60 million by companies I'm not going to name. All I had to do was shut up.
That's crazy.
Shut up, take the money, wear the stupid hat, wave around the stupid drink, whatever it is, and continue.
I believe that though. You know, he was like so influential at such a rapid pace. And not only was Tate influential, he had a lot of people who followed him very closely and really like respected his opinion and takes on things. So they obviously saw him as a threat because they're like, look at this guy. Like all of a sudden, he's one of the most Googled. He was the most Googled man on earth, and he's portraying a narrative that we don't really agree with or we don't align with. So we got to do something about it. We got to either change his image or take him down. And they try to do both. But so far it hasn't worked. But yeah. He's got one of those voices where we're like, you can literally like, you're like fully engaged in what he's saying. Hey guys, they're after me. The whole media is after me. They want to take me down. They failed. Got $50 million from a random company. They're going to pay me. And wear this say a little hat. What you can say whatever you want to do.
Regardless of my own personal feelings, my personal views and beliefs, and just push it on the minds of young children. And I refuse to do that. I refuse to sell my soul. If I would have sold my soul to a large corporation, and then this attack happened, which I very much doubt this level of Matrix attack would have even happened to me, but if it did, then this large corporation would speak to the media, and the media would be treating me like they treat Philip Schofield. They wouldn't be treating me as an enemy, they would treat me as an ally. All I had to do was sell my soul, and I refused. The recent BBC interview that took place, I don't think most people understand genuinely how snaky that interview was. The reason I had to destroy her so ruthlessly is because of how the interview was set up. When I was in jail, the BBC was constantly trying to get me to give an interview over the phone, and I refused. When I left jail, the BBC begged me for an interview, daily begging me, and for 3 months I refused. Eventually, once I understood, after my 3rd month of house arrest, what the Romanian government is going to do to me, which we're going to discuss shortly, I thought now would be a good time to give an interview. BBC begged me, saying that Romania has one of the most corrupt justice systems in Europe, that there's serious problems with the case, lots of evidence that's been leaked shows Andrew's innocent, that Andrew's side of the story hasn't been heard, that we're interested in fair and unbiased journalism.
That's how they get him, man. That's how they get him. They're like, well, do you want to tell us your side of the story? Maybe we haven't heard it. Maybe you're actually an innocent guy. We'll give you a fair interview, and you can speak your mind. We'll be all nice. That's how they fucking get you, man. The media is not your friend, man. The media is not your fucking friend. All they're looking for is ratings.
That we don't want to come there and do a hit piece. We want to speak to him and try and find out the truth of what's happening. I'm not a coward. I never ask for questions in advance. I don't care because I'm a professional and I will destroy anyone instantly. But they sent us a list of questions.
Instantly.
Which was shown to me, and I was like, well, those are actually interesting questions. What's my mental health like? What's Romanian jail like? What's it like being in a courtroom where everyone's speaking a language you don't understand and having your liberty deprived of you? I thought this is going to be an interesting interview. I agreed. The BBC, all nice smiles and all lies, sent us this entire spiel, turned up, turned the cameras on, sat down, and attacked me.
Have you ever put any and applied any psychological control on any of the women you dated? Or
No, and I respect women. This idea that that I'm so much smarter that I can hypnotize somebody, I think is extremely misogynistic idea. I think your idea is misogynistic to believe that women don't have their own free thoughts and free minds. They attempted to sucker punch me. They attempted to shake my hand and knock me out with a sucker punch once the cameras were on, to hit me when I was off guard. They expected me to be off guard, ready to talk about my mental health.
What?
And hit me with these questions.
That's so true. I've heard it so many times. I think it also happened with Jordan Peterson, where he was like, "Yeah, I went into an interview. I can't remember what it was, and she was all smiles and like friendly, but once the camera turned on, like it was like a switch. It just went into fucking like attacking mode, you know." So I believe that.
And me make a fool of myself, unaware that I'm a master of Aikido. And when you attempt to sucker punch me, it simply misses, and I destroy you.
I think we're done.
Yep. Unmatched perspicacity. Just because I'm the best there's ever been, and me.
I love how just casually fucking just praises himself.
With my quick thinking and nearly incomparable wit, can sit and destroy a professional reporter and her entire research team's preparation. Just because I make that look easy doesn't mean I should be forced to succumb to these unfortunate circumstances.
Why hasn't bro gone to Turkey for a hair transplant yet? Do you know what, my billion brothers? I don't need hair. I don't need any of that. Look at me. I want to style my hair. I want to look good for the camera. Who am I looking good for? I'm a millionaire. I can get any girl I want. With consent. Oh, the media almost got me there. With consent. I don't care. I don't care. Hair means nothing to me. It's just it's the least important thing that a man should ever care about. Is his hair. Screw hair. Let's go to Turkey and get more hair on my head. You're a nerd. Oh my god, it's so fun talking like Tate.
99% of the population, if they were tricked the way I was tricked, would look a fool on camera. They were very prepared to try and make a fool of me. But I'm the best there's ever been. Did they do this to Philip Schofield? No. Where was the BBC's outrage when Rolf Harris or Jimmy Savile were touching children? They don't care. Where's the BBC's outrage when certain other people, high level in society, members of the royal family, are caught?
Oh yeah, that Prince Andrew thing. I almost forgot about that. Bro, this guy was straight peddling it up in Epstein's Island. And because he's such a powerful figure, you know, they just swept that under the rug.
Having pictures with minors. They don't care. But they will continue to try and convince you that I am something I am not on repeat over and over and over again. These people are worse than disingenuous. They are worse than simply liars. They are evil. They are a club. And if you sell your soul and join the club, they offer you protection. And if you don't, they aim to destroy you, which is what they're trying to do to me. The reason I decided to give the interview to the BBC is because I now believe that the next step, and I'm going to call it, because I've called everything that's happened to me so far. Look at my old interviews. I said, stage 2, they're going to try and put me in jail. Strike 1 is they try and shut you up and discredit you, which I've just been through. Strike 2 is they try and put you in jail for no reason. Boom. And strike 3 is they kill you.
The truth is this. So I knew it was coming. I absolutely not knew it was coming because of how orchestrated it was. The only thing, and I'll state this at the beginning, the only reason I'm upset by being canceled is because I've expired one of my lives. I mean, I'd never kill myself. Don't fucking try. But, bro, because that's what's next. That's what's next. It's scary. I'm telling you, everyone thinks I'm paranoid. Everyone thinks I'm crazy.
There's so many instances in human history where someone of power comes out and is against an agenda, and they end up getting taken out. JFK, perfect example. He was against going into Vietnam and going into war there. And I think there was one time where like he signed an executive order to take everyone out of Vietnam and the troops because it was a large death toll and bring them back in America. And I think like a month later, boom, assassinated. This is a scary world we live in, bro. This is actually a reality. We all joke around about all this shit, like about like, oh, like the Matrix is out to get us. But bro, it's a real thing. It's actually a real thing.
In jail, they're going to kill me, and I would never kill myself under any circumstances ever. And the reason I say this, and I say this to people, and they go, "But what can they put you in jail for?" And I'm like, "How ignorant are you? In your ignorance, to believe they need a reason." You believe it's fair. You believe I can get a lawyer and prove myself innocent. That's not how it works. They decide you're guilty long before and they find a reason why. And it doesn't matter what you do about it, you will pay the fucking price. It's not fair. None of it is. Every single system's corrupt. It actually annoys me when people say that to me. Well, just get a lawyer. Why? They can't put you in jail if you're innocent. Yes, they fucking can. And that's what people don't understand about the world. They can and they do and they fucking will.
Bro, if you have enough money, you can literally do anything. Like, if you have enough money, like I said, with the whole media thing, media can literally make someone seem like the worst person in the entire world. You can literally fabricate an entire story about someone and put him behind bars. It could be a charge that's not even real, but they'll just hammer down any which way, any loopholes that they can find to try to find and put you behind our. So the whole thing with him, apparently, like, he was in jail, right? And they didn't have enough information or evidence to, like, sentence him for anything. But there was a law where, like, if there's a slight or a sliver of a slither of information that could be investigated further, like, they can basically hold him in jail for a certain period of time, which they did, and they extended it twice. So it's crazy, bro. Like, they can do anything if you have money, power. The elites, man, they control the world, man. They control the world,
and that's what's scary.
I'm going to call what's going to happen next. The Matrix is extremely angry, and they are angry because their weapons aren't working. I remain unfazed. This is the first time in history someone who was canceled became more popular than before. This is the first time in history where a full
That's actually true.
of media lies.
I actually can't think of another time where someone was, like, talking against the narrative or the agenda that they're putting out now and get canceled and kind of, like, be able to come back from it. Except for Tate. He's literally an anomaly. I've never seen anything like it before. It's crazy.
For over a year, across every single outlet that they control, has failed. Nobody believes them. Nobody. So now what do? Well, I believe the UK is going to try and raise charges against me. Don't know what for. I've done nothing wrong. Something's going to appear from nowhere. In fact, I will say that I have some very high-level friends and some whistleblowers who are confirming exactly that to me. That they've looked at me and thought, we have to get this guy. What's he done? Nothing. Find something. Who cares? Get some papers, move some papers around, get a judge who'll stamp them, and put him in jail. It doesn't matter that I've done nothing wrong. I also want to say that I believe the Romanian government is going to charge me. They're not going to charge me because they have any evidence. And they're not going to charge me because I'm guilty of anything. They're going to charge me because after a 14-month investigation, 6 months of arrest, which is the maximum they can possibly give me without charge, I don't think they can just drop this. Imagine they just drop this tomorrow. Oh, we made it all up. Imagine that. What choice do they have but to charge? If they charge me, I have to go to trial. Now, of course, I still believe in Romanian justice. I really, truly believe that even with Romanian justice systems or matrix-controlled justice systems, I will be found innocent. Because I know the case file, I know what's in it. But that's going to take years. They're going to waste 1.5 to 2 years of my life, make me go to trial. Then when I'm found not guilty, it's been years. Who cares, right? Distance from event. If they drop it now, it's the biggest story in the world. They can't drop it. They're going to charge me. They're not going to charge me because I've done anything wrong.
That's so true. I feel like the whole, like, strategy, like he said, right? Like, they're going to extend it as long as they can until, like, they kind of wear him down and his, I guess, popularity starts wearing off. But, I mean, I don't know if that's going to happen. I don't know if that's really a strategy that they can really do. Maybe that's their only strategy. Maybe that's the only way they can go about it. And if that fails, then we might have to take him out. Really hope it doesn't get to that.
They're going to charge me because that's how the Matrix works. I can't beat them. All I can do is continue to discredit them to the point where nobody believes them anymore. And I cannot do that without having perspicacious, intelligent people at home who are analyzing the situation and truly understand what is happening to me. If I have to martyr myself, if I have to some degree sacrifice my liberty and the quality of my life to highlight how the Matrix operates, how the legal system and the media work hand in hand to try and convince the populace somebody is guilty before a judge says they are guilty because they have pre-decided to say this person is guilty because of his wrong-think. If I have to sacrifice myself to do those things, then I guess at least my imprisonment is a noble one. And I'm a man. And although Romanian jail is as close to hell as you can find on planet Earth, if I have to suffer it, I will do that because I will not sell my soul.
Bro, Tate is one, like, man, there is literally, he's one of a kind. There is no one out there that I can think of that has such a sharp mind and such strong willpower where like I don't know, I really can't see him breaking. The only way I could possibly see Tate breaking is if they fucking put him in solitary for like 20 years. You know what I mean? Like,
the point of this video is only to highlight and make clear the differences in how the people inside of the club are treated against versus the people who are outside of the club.
how you gonna hate from outside of the club when you can't even get in?
Future for everyone to understand. When new charges come, when new countries attempt to attack me, when the Matrix unrelentingly continues to print lies about me and try to convince the world that I am a bad person, I hope it does nothing else but show the world that I am a good person. These people are liars. The people they tell you are good are not good. The people they tell you are bad are the good ones. Do not believe a word that they say. My predictions for the future are not certain. My future is certainly not certain. Whether I'll continue to breathe or continue to be free, nobody knows. But the one thing I can guarantee to absolutely everybody at home, and anybody who believes in me and my message, and anybody who listens to me speak, I will never sell my soul, I will never be controlled, and I will never lie.
Damn, bro. Free my boy Tate, bro. Free my boy Tate up, bro. He ain't doing nothing wrong, man.